Well, alright, everybody. What is going on, everyone? Phil here, live on the stream for the first of two very exciting gameplay streams today on Friday, June 28th, 2019. It is a full new release Friday. That's right, both games that I'm playing today are full-on new releases. I hope you guys are excited for fun new release stuff today. I know I am. Coming back from my day off yesterday, which was a good day. I had a good day away from the streams, relaxing with my wife, and then running around doing errands. So I hope that you guys had a good day away from the streams, and maybe got caught up on everything that I've been doing recently over on DSPGaming on YouTube. As you guys know, I've been doing a ridiculous amount of playthroughs and gaming content, and I finished up a lot of stuff this last week, including a full playthrough of Crash Team Racing, both the story mode as well as online gameplay. Had some more advancement in Final Fantasy IX, which was a lot of fun. Had 8+ hours of fun investigation and mystery aspect stuff in the new game Judgment from the people that make Yakuza. And then on top of all that, after a super long extended overtime stream on Wednesday night, I finished up Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. So, it was a heck of a week. We had a lot done and had a lot of great progress and a lot of stuff. Now, this coming week, guys and gals, we're going to be doing a lot of new release content. Just to give you some perspective here, okay? We're going to be covering 2 new releases today in The Sinking City and Super Mario Maker 2. We're going to be continuing on with the Judgment playthrough, and then, later on this week, the Stranger Things video game is going to be released, okay? So there's a lot going on this coming week, and I just want to let you guys know, FYI, I will be doing my best to juggle and tackle all this stuff. I don't know, realistically what's going to happen in regards to some more chill playthrough games. So to give you some perspective here, as you guys know, I've been doing basically new release main gameplay stuff on my main stream, my earlier streams. And then at night, I do chill content, for example, Minecraft or MLB The Show or Black Ops 4 Blackout. You know what I mean? And now that stuff is going to go on hold. I just want to confirm that. Yes, that stuff will be going on hold, at least temporarily, while I go ahead and play all these new releases. All right? Now, it doesn't mean that those playthroughs are ending. It doesn't mean that those things are going away. It just means that when there's new releases, those always are going to take priority over the other stuff I'm doing. So just so you guys know, if you like that chill nighttime stuff, I hear ya. I like it too. But when there's a ton of new releases, we're going to try to do our best to juggle everything and tackle them in an efficient manner. All right? So allow me to explain how I'll be tackling all this new release stuff right now. Then we're going to get to a plugs segment. And then we're going to get to a shout-out segment. And then we're going to begin with gameplay. Okay? So first of all, today, the first gameplay stream is going to be the premiere of The Sinking City. Supposed to be a horror game paired with some combat and some puzzle mechanics, but there's a lot of investigation apparently, a la, certain detective games. And this game apparently has a lot of H.P. Lovecraftian references and creepiness to it. Some people really like it, some people apparently hate it. It's apparently a very divisive game. Now, originally the game was supposed to actually release today as a new release, but I guess at some point they must have bumped it up because this release date had been on there as the release date for this game for about 3-4 months. And then all of a sudden people told me earlier this week, oh, the game's already out. And I was like, huh? I didn't know that was happening. So apologies, to those who maybe were looking for this earlier in the week. I had no idea that it actually came out earlier until I was already in the midst of other playthroughs. So there's not much I could do about that. So we'll see how this goes. 4 hours of The Sinking City. Right here live on stream. It should be a pretty fun and interesting experience. For those who know, when I play horror games, it could be quite fun because I actually enjoy the little scares and things you can get during horror games. But I also really enjoy overwhelmingly, overarching, creepy, behind-the-scenes thriller-style plot lines. So if this does have a lot of supernatural element and stuff, it should be a pretty fun playthrough, regardless of the fact that if this game is not perfect. I've heard this game has a lot of flaws, but you know what? Maybe we can push through those flaws and not be too bothered by it, okay? I guess we'll have to see, all right? So that's the first stream today. Later tonight, I'll be playing Super Mario Maker 2 on the Switch. For a couple of hours, we're going to be checking out this new game. And from what I'm to understand, Super Mario Maker 2 is going to have not only story-based content, it actually has like a story-based mode, but then, of course, as you know, the main meat of the game is going to be the content created by the people who buy the game. You know, they make their own stages and the like. So what I'm going to be doing, starting off, is checking out the story. We're going to see exactly what this story entails. I don't know how long it is in a game like this, but I'll be doing that tonight. And then tomorrow, what we're going to do for Saturday is we're going to flip the streams. Super Mario Maker will end up being the earlier stream on my streams here, and then the Sinking City will be the night stream, okay? So what I'm hoping is, within 2 days of streaming both games, we'll get a good feel for what each of them is. We'll decide, gee, which game is the better game to play as a main stream moving forward. Maybe there's a game that makes more sense as a night stream, etc. We'll also get to see how long the story mode of Mario Maker is, because I don't know how long it is. So I guess we're going to find out. All right, we're going to find out for ourselves. Fair enough? So 2 days of new release coverage. Now, on Sunday, what we're going to do is we're going to break it up. Rather than do the same games again, on Sunday, we're going to return to ongoing playthroughs that I'm already doing. The main gameplay stream is going to be 4 more hours of Judgment. This is the murder mystery investigation game by the makers of Yakuza with many, many, comparisons and many similarities to the Yakuza franchise. And I'm going to be very honest with all of you. All right, Sunday was going to be basically the last major stream of Judgment as a main stream, 4+ hours, depending on how it does. If people actually show up and watch and engage me and interact with me, and it ends up being a fun, cool stream, then I will continue to do Judgment as an earlier stream. However, the last time I did it on Wednesday, that was not the case. The stream basically slowed down to a crawl. People weren't even talking to me anymore. It basically became like the stream chat was slow. And I don't understand that, because sadly, I hate to say it, I really like the game, and I don't understand why it's not connecting or resonating with my audience, because I really am liking Judgment. The plot is very interesting to me, and the fun kind of side content that's in the game is kind of entertaining, and I'm really having a lot of fun with the game, so I'm hoping that this will resonate on Sunday. You know what, it may be a lot of people said, oh, well, summer games done quick or whatever it is, launch this week, and a lot of people were tuning into that midweek, so maybe that's what it was. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens this weekend on Sunday, okay? Worst case scenario, if we play this on Sunday and people don't show up and it's not a very, engaging stream, I'm okay with continuing on Judgment as a nighttime stream. I'm okay with that. It'll just enter our rotation as regular nighttime games, and I'm okay with that totally, all right? I really am. So we'll see what happens moving forward, okay? Then Sunday night, it's the return of Final Fantasy IX, which I know a lot of people have been wondering, where is it? I love, I've been playing this game, I think around 20 hours so far, and people have really liked the playthrough and want it to continue, and I know it's been on hold for a bit. It'll continue Sunday night, okay? Then this coming week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, that's right, I am streaming, guys, 7 straight days this coming week. 7 days, okay? That's abnormal for me. I normally don't do that. All right, just being honest, I usually don't. However, because of a holiday coming up, I will be streaming 7 straight days this week. All right, it's going to be Friday to Thursday. It's actually my next day off will be Friday, July 5th, FYI. Okay, guys, so just so you know, that's how it's going to be. I know that's out of the ordinary. So, what am I going to be doing this coming week? Well, I'm going to be playing all these new releases. Now, I am aware that Apex Legends is apparently launching its Season 2 this week, and I'm going to be very honest with all of you. I know there's some of you that may want to see me play it, and some of you just don't give a crap about Battle Royale, all right? I'm kind of on the fence about this. Here's why. Apex Legends was fun to play for about the first 2 to 3 weeks, and I really enjoyed playing it with Brian and Kekken as a co-op stream. But number one, it didn't really engage many of you. A lot of you kind of criticized those streams and said, Phil, when you're primarily playing those co-op games, you're focusing only on your teammates and not on us. And we really like the interactivity that you give us during your stream. So it kind of sucked because it took away from that when you played the game. Number two, I'm going to be very honest with all of you. The game has pretty much, worn itself out. there's really hasn't been much at all done to the game to improve it or make it interesting at all since February. I mean, there's been one added character, one added weapon. You know what I mean? Like, it's been incredibly bare bones, all right? So even though I even enjoyed doing the co-op back then, I got bored of it and I stopped playing it. I haven't played it for like 2 months, you know, and there's really been no desire for it for myself or my viewing audience. Everyone's like, meh, who cares about it, right? So, with this new season launching this coming week on Tuesday, apparently there's new content, there's a new character, there's a couple new weapons, and apparently there's going to be some new gameplay elements with dragons or something. Don't ask me how the hell that's going to actually factor in, because I have no clue, all right? But I'm not against checking it out, but do you guys really want me to interrupt all the other new release content I'm doing this week? You know, I'm going to be doing Judgment, Sinking City, Mario Maker 2, plus balancing that with stuff like Final Fantasy. Do you want me to interrupt all of that to now check out the new season of Apex Legends as well? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm going to rely on your input to see if this is something you're interested in or not. Or is this going to be, oh, I go to do it and everyone complains again that I don't interact and engage with you guys because I'm co-oping. You know what I mean? So for me, I don't know. I don't know if you guys want to see that or not. I'm reading what people have to say in the chat right now. Some people are saying yes, some people are saying no. I knew it. It's a mixed bag. I'm curious. I want to get all of your opinions over the next few days to determine if I should check this out this week or not. Okay? So we'll see. I'll have an open mind, but at the same time, understand my focus is kind of on the games I'm more interested in. I'll be very honest. I think I'm way more interested in the games I'm already going to be playing. It would be more like a side distraction to check out this new Apex Legends Season 2 for a day or whatever. All right? So we'll see. I'm gonna stay open-minded, listen to what you guys suggest the next few days, and we'll go from there. Okay? So, that's coming up this week. Now, in addition, as I said, there's another game coming out this next week that I'm interested in, Stranger Things. And what this is the game that's tying in with Stranger Things Season 3, which also, incidentally, is going to launch later this week on Netflix. So, the thing is, I'll be honest with all of you, I don't get a lot of time outside of streaming to really watch a lot of TV. When I do, I'm usually watching stuff with Kat that is stuff we like to watch together, or we're listening to more relaxing music and stuff. We don't necessarily watch a ton of TV together. And the TV that I do get to watch usually is professional wrestling, so I don't have a lot of time to watch stuff anymore. I don't even know if I'm going to get to watch Stranger Things Season 3. So that being said, I may just play this game. It may be the way for me to experience Stranger Things Season 3. I think it comes out on Friday the 5th. I'm not 100% on that. It may come out Thursday the 4th, but I think it comes out on Friday the 5th. I could be wrong. So anyway, depending on when it actually comes out, I am interested in the Stranger Things video game coming out. All right? And I think I'm going to play it because I think it makes sense to do that rather than, because I'm probably not going to have time to watch the show. So whenever it comes out, I'm interested in playing that as well. And so again, that's going to be something I'm trying to balance with all these other new releases. Now, the rest of July is also very busy. We got Dragon Quest Builders 2, we've got Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, and Wolfenstein Youngblood. So we've got a lot of stuff coming up in the next month for new release content, which normally we don't get in July. So this next month's going to be a very busy and exciting month. I hope you guys will join me for my daily streams, and thanks to those who do already. And it's going to be pretty cool, all right? I think, honestly, it'll be a lot more interesting. A lot more interesting than a typical summer. Where usually during the summertime, I'm really like searching for downtime stuff to entertain you guys during usually what's a dead time of the year for gaming. But this summer seems like it's going to be quite entertaining and fun. So it should be a good one. Okay? Now, a few things to cover before we get to the plugs. Number one, I just want to remind all of you, this is basically your last chance to nominate games for my upcoming Player's Choice event. Alright, excuse me, Viewer's Choice event is what I meant to say. You only have until Sunday. You must head over to my forums on thekingofhate.com, go to the general section, post up in the thread there, and nominate the games you want to see me play this summer in the thread by Sunday, because it's actually going to be on Sunday that I'm going to close said thread, tally up the votes, and create a poll by which then you're going to vote on the most nominated games in that thread. So what's going to happen is then you're going to vote, and the game that wins the poll is going to end up being the game that I play for the summer event of the Viewer's Choice, all right? And that's going to actually begin more than likely, that's going to begin in early August, I'm thinking. Even though there's potential it may be late July, I'm thinking maybe early August would make more sense, because early August, there's nothing going on in the realm of new releases. Like, it's going to be dead in early August, so maybe that's a perfect time to start up that playthrough. Okay? So there you go. Let's please head over there. Let's keep nominating. I got 3 more today, tomorrow, and Sunday to do that, and then on Sunday the poll will be creating. All right, so I hope you guys will do that. The other thing is, I still, guys, have not had a chance to set up anything with an Amazon wish list. I know I've been talking about this for almost 2 weeks now. I just haven't had any free time outside of the streams to really do anything. And in reality, I don't know if I'm going to have any time today or tomorrow either. Like, I'm looking at my schedule. I'm like, damn, I got this I got to do. Because now here's the thing. It's month end. Whenever we hit the end of the month, there's a lot of shit I have to do outside of streaming that I have to, I have to hurry to get done by the end of the month is what I meant to say. A lot of behind the scenes stuff. And so I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, I got this to do. Fuck. I really don't have a lot of free time to do much. So I think eventually it's going to be something that I do. But I don't know if I'm going to have a time to sit down here and work on it. You know, damned if I'm going to have time. Today, I'm already thinking, man, so I'm going to eat dinner. I got to clean up after dinner. I got this stuff I got to do before second stream, then second stream, then after second stream, I got this stack of stuff I got to do. And then Kat will be home from work. And the next thing you know, end of the day. That's pretty, like, every day's like this now. So, I'll let you guys know if and when I finally have a chance, to do anything with this. Seriously. It would help tremendously to have this wish list so people could help me in the cost of games and everything, but right now, I just haven't had time to really sit down and do much. Okay? I'll let you guys know. All right, so guys, that is it for the intro segment with the schedule and everything. Now let's move on. Let us now talk about the second segment of the pre-stream, which is the gratuitous plugs, and today I am going to need your help in regards to this. I will talk about this in just a moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say thank you very much. All right? Thank you very much for everything. Thank you very much for all of your support. All right? Thank you very much for 11 awesome years where I have been able to do what I love for a living. All right? And thank you for allowing me to, on a daily basis, share my gameplay experiences and have a fun time with all of you here on stream. All right? And, the truth of the matter is there's been ups and downs over the years. I started off as a full-time YouTuber. Actually, I take that back. I started off as a part-time YouTuber. Then I lost my office job in 2010, and I ended up being a full-time YouTuber for about 6 years. And then in 2017, the YouTube ad revenue bubble burst. The whole bottom fell out during the adpocalypse, and I had to find a way to change to keep doing what I love. And I did. I became a full-time streamer here on Twitch, and in my opinion, it was one of the best decisions I ever made. It's been incredibly fun being an interactive streamer here on Twitch with all of you and being able to experience amazing new games, firsthand together and have these fun interactive sessions. And really, the reason I'm here and I'm still able to do this is because of you. It's your support through the streams that have allowed me to do what I love for a living and keep my passion alive. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate that so very much. All right. That being said, sadly, YouTube revenue is next to nothing at this point. And the only reason I still upload videos to my DSPGaming YouTube channel is more of a fan service thing for my viewers. Although I do admittedly make a little bit of money over there. And it does help a little bit. My primary focus and my primary source of income are my streams. So if you love these daily live streams, and if you love the fact that I'm still archiving stuff on YouTube daily, and you want to see me be able to continue to do this, there are many ways that you can contribute. I'm going to cover some of those right now. All right, and then I'm going to tell you, primarily there's one way to help me right now that helps me more than anything else. But let's go through them all. First of all, we've got my Patreon over at patreon.com/darksidephil. You've got 2 days left to pledge to my Patreon. All right, only 2 days left in June. So 2 days left to pledge and get in on the June perks. All right, and I'm not going to go into the details. There's many perks you can get for being a patron of mine. Please give it a look at patreon.com/darksidephil and consider pledging in the next couple of days if you'd like to get in on some of those reward perks, okay? Number 2, I have a Teespring store where I sell merch, primarily t-shirts, but there are many other designs there as well, for mugs and all kinds of other stuff. Give it a look. Anything you buy from there helps me out, so thank you very much. But primarily, if you're here live on the stream, more than likely, if you want to contribute, you're going to want to either cheer, sub, or tip during the stream so you can get a live shout out. All right. So if you cheer, sub, or tip, I will give you a shout out during today's stream, and I'm appreciative of all contributions. However, understand the things that I say and do in my stream are subjective. I have to maintain a stream that is in line with Twitch's terms of service, as well as a certain vibe that I like to maintain on my stream. So therefore, understand there is no contract between us. I am not obligated to react to anything or any contributions whatsoever. However, in general, as long as we keep it a pretty fun vibe, I am more than happy to give you thank you shout outs for any contributions. So for example, please no politics or religion on the stream. We try not to derail things and get into controversial topics like that. Please no insults towards myself or others. Please no negative memes towards myself or others. In general, just keep a chill vibe. Let's have a chill fun time with new games today and experience them firsthand, and let's see where it goes. But let's just have a good time together, a respectful time. Okay. Now, as you guys can see, there's a stream stats leaderboard at the top of the screen that I update during the course of the stream for top cheerer and top tipper. If you're the top cheerer or top tipper of the day, you will get extra recognition right there at the top of the leaderboard. Cool. In addition to that, there's a cheering leaderboard that is integrated into Twitch right here on the stream chat, and that allows you to get credit for, top cheerer of the week. And more than likely, I will read through those by the end of today's stream. There's still a few days left to get up on that leaderboard before it resets at the end of the weekend. So, many ways for you to get recognition for contributions, okay? Now, everything helps, guys. Seriously, every contribution helps. However, truth of the matter is, as I've been telling you guys the past couple of months, I'm in the worst situation financially I've ever been in. And right now, we are heading into the worst part of the month for me, the first 2 weeks, because this is a time when a lot of my bills are due, but I don't get paid by Twitch until the middle of the month. So I got paid by Twitch middle of June, and then finally I had a couple weeks of alleviation here where I didn't have to constantly worry about money and stuff, which was great. But now, here it comes again, and at the beginning of the month, a ton of bills come due, and this is when it's the worst time of the month for me. All right? So if you want to help out, the best way to contribute would be to tip me during today's stream. Reason being, tips, I get those funds immediately to put towards things like paying bills. And I, once again, am in a situation where more than likely I'm probably going to end up being overdrawn on my bank account. And, I really need things to get better over the course of this summer. I am hopeful they will, because I've noticed stream attendance has been up and stream contributions actually have been up recently. This is a good thing, and if this stays as a pattern, I may be in a much better position. But sadly, I'm in a situation now where I'm still going to be completely strapped. So please consider tipping me during today's stream if you want to help the most. I still appreciate all other contributions, don't get me wrong. But tipping me is going to help me more than anything else right now. There's 2 ways to tip me. Below the stream, there's a tips jar button you can click on, or you can type !tip into the stream chat to bring up a link. Either way will take you to my PayPal tips page. There's 2 things I'd like you to know about tipping me. Number 1, you can control the information that you provide when you tip. You could say your real name in a shout out message, or you could just be anonymous. You could put anonymous on there. You could make up a name. You don't have to give out your identity. Some people are nervous about, if I tip a streamer, someone's going to know it was me and maybe I'll get harassed by trolls. No, just make something up and no one will ever know it's you. Okay? Number 2, you don't need a PayPal account to tip me. You can use a debit or credit card, much like anything else on the internet. The option for that is sitting right there on the PayPal tips page. All right? So again, please consider it. Even though I appreciate all contributions and they all do help in the long term, tipping me is going to help me out in the short term to get through the next couple of weeks until Twitch pays me for the month. And I know it's going to be a rough one. Last month was incredibly rough. I get the feeling it's going to be more like that again this month. So please consider it. Okay, guys? All right. Thank you very much. Now, let us move on to shoutouts for those who have actually contributed. All right. Sound good. Let's go ahead and do that. Hold on a second here. Ooh, my neck's cracked. Ouch. All right. So first of all, shout out to those who contributed when I wasn't even here. When I have my day off, it's pretty cool that there are still people who come to the streams and support via various methods. And so I do want to give credit to those who did help out in that regard. First of all, we had Genetic Gamer, who had done a 70-bit cheer. Thank you very much. Golden Colts did a couple of cheers. He said, I hope you have a good day off, and I hope in the summer weather you can still stay chill. Well, the good news is my air conditioner is fully functional. I probably need to clean the filter off on this thing because I've had this thing running since, what was it, like late April, early May. So I probably need to clean the filter. But outside of that, the office has remained pretty chill so far, which is a good thing. Infinite did a 1,000-bit cheer yesterday. Thank you very much, Infinite, for the 1,000-bit cheer when I wasn't here. That is very much appreciated. And Golden Colts did a few other cheers as well. So thank you very much, Golden Colts. All right, very nice. Moving on. DJ Atomica 1909 resub for 27 months. And he says, oh yeah. Thank you very much, DJ Atomica, for 27 months of support. Uzi Gohard was the first tipper of the day. He tipped me $1 and said, hey. Well, hey. Hey to you. Thank you very much for the $1 tip. Thank you for getting the tipping started today. I appreciate that. Nobody Legit subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much, Nobody Legit, for the sub this morning. I appreciate that. Continuing on. NHL Beast Mode 7777 resubscribed for 4 months and said, hello, 4 months, yippee. Will you go back to Subnautica series during late night streams? I love your content and hopefully the Sinking City games will be fun. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. Subnautica was fun in the get-go. It kind of got boring in the long term. Then it kind of got a little bit better again right at the very end when I was playing it. If you actually remember, that last stream that I had played, I had gone to different, what do they call them? Different biomes or whatever underwater. I'd gone to 2 different ones that were areas I had never been to before. There was giant monsters chasing me, and trying to kill me. And it was fun to try to investigate and get new items. I went into a new one of those underground alien bases or whatever. And it was nice, and then I made the what do they call that? The prawn suit, which is like an underwater mech suit to walk around in. But honestly, even with all of that, I still wasn't very interested. I was getting really bored with the game. And that's why I stopped playing it. When I get bored with something, I'm just going to stop. And, there's a few other chill stream games that I've been playing that people have been like, oh, why are you still playing them? Well, honestly, because they're still a little bit interesting. Like, even though MLB, not a lot is going on, I still have really great streams of MLB when I do play the game. You see what I mean? So that's why I keep playing it. Yeah, Subnautica just kind of got really boring, man. So, unless someone convinces me otherwise, I'm probably not going back to it. Although I do still have it, just to make this clear. I didn't delete the game. I didn't delete the game save or anything. I do have the ability to continue it whenever I feel like it. So, I will let you know, okay? I'll let you know. But I think right now I'm not too interested. Okay? Fair enough. Wolf Hydra did a 150-bit cheer to get things started today with the cheering. Let's get Wolf Hydra up there on the leaderboard. And then I'll read his message here. Hold on a second. Okay, Wolf Hydra says, what do you think about Twitch introducing subscriber-only streams? Do you think you'll be using that service? Well, here's the problem with that. Alright, much like when I was over on YouTube and I was doing Patreon stuff for the very first time 4 years ago, people expressed interest and said, Phil, if I become a patron of yours, will you do exclusive videos on YouTube that will allow us to see stuff early? Like maybe do a special game review and release it 2 days early for the patrons. Do a DSP tries it and release it 2 days early for the patrons. And then later on make it public, right? So maybe there's an incentive to be a patron. You get to see Phil's content early. Problem with that was, at that time, and this was 4 years ago, my most hated detractors, they hate my guts, all right? They hate me the most of everyone, said, well, we hate Phil so much, what we would do is one of us would pay to become a patron to get that exclusive access to that content, and we would illegally rip that content that he's putting up only for patrons and repost it all over YouTube so that other people could see it, effectively making this perk totally worthless because people would be able to see his content regardless illegally everywhere. And we don't care about the fact that this breaks the law, and we don't care about the fact that, this is immoral. We just want to hurt Phil, so this is what we're going to do. Okay? So at that time, and they said this publicly, by the way, this wasn't like, oh, we're hiding this fact. Publicly, this was said. This was back in the days of the SOK and everything. They said they were going to do this. So I said, well, what's the point? What's the point of doing any kind of advanced early time frame stuff for patrons if they're just going to do it anyway? If they're going to just share it anyway, like that illegally, there's nothing I could do about it. All right? So I never did anything like that at all. Fast forward to this week. This week, Twitch launched private streams just for subs. All right? And what they did is they made it that you can stream exclusively only to your subscribers, your moderators, and people who you deem VIPs. So basically, it's private streaming. First time ever you've been able to do that. Instead of just doing a public stream, you could have it only go to certain people. All right? Interesting, right? But here's the problem. We already have people who illegally restream my shit, right? On a daily basis. They make a living doing this. This is how they get their notoriety on the internet, by illegally stealing my content live, restreaming it, and doing commentary over it. It's completely 100% fucking illegal to do that without permission and without paying a licensing fee. You cannot do that, all right? However, YouTube doesn't care. YouTube does not give a shit about that. Twitch does. YouTube doesn't. So on Twitch, if you try to illegally restream another streamer and do commentary without their permission, Twitch will ban you from the site. They say, we're not putting up with that shit. This is completely against our terms of service. It's breaking the law. We don't allow people to break the law on our site. Therefore, get the fuck out. Okay? YouTube literally doesn't care. All right? They just don't care at all. So if I were to do a private stream for just subs and moderators or whoever, even though I have no idea what that stream would be, I haven't even really put thought into it yet. Because the bottom line is, even if I decided to do it, all right, someone undoubtedly would subscribe to the channel just to get access to said stream, and then they would illegally restream it on YouTube. They couldn't do it here on Twitch. They would get banned. They would have to go and they would do it on YouTube. So you'd have one of my subs, no way to know who's doing it, giving access, to that content to an illegal restreamer who would just stream it on YouTube. And there's no way to take it down. People have, I know people have tried. They've told me, Phil, I've tried flagging, I've tried doing that, and YouTube just doesn't care. They ignore it. I don't know if it's because YouTube is a competitor to Twitch and they don't care if you're stealing content from Twitch, even though it's against the law. I don't know if YouTube just doesn't care in general. Maybe you could just do it in general. You do illegal shit on YouTube constantly and they just don't give a fuck. But there's basically no way for me to stop someone who is illegally restreaming me, because YouTube does not care. They have no morality to them. And unless I threaten them with a lawsuit, which I'm not going to do because I don't have money to do it, they're not going to stop anyone from doing it. All right? So the bottom line is, sadly, if I were to try to do a private stream, people would just go right ahead and restream it illegally, and there's no point. So I really have no plans on doing private stream. Not to say, by the way, that I had any plans on doing it anyway. Like I said, I haven't even really given it a bit of thought. I mentioned it the other day when it became a new thing on Twitch that it existed, but I hadn't really given it any kind of thought of what I could do with it or anything. But all that's going to do is just propagate more people to do illegal actions against me and fuck me over. Who's going to subscribe to the channel to see a sub-only stream when you can just go watch it illegally anyway, right? It's pretty messed up. But that's just the truth of the matter. So, that is it, guys, and that's your answer. It's not going to happen because there's nothing I can do about it. All right. Anonymous Chocolate tipped me $1 and says, I played Crash Team Racing on easy to not be suicidal. Despite that, I still had problems with the final boss, and I had to repeat the race several times. Elitists will mock me for playing it on easy, but good thing my name is anonymous. Well, there you go. Thank you very much to the anonymous dollar tipper. I appreciate that. And indeed, Crash Team Racing is a very difficult game. I don't know about easy difficulty because I played it on normal, but on normal, that thing was gruelingly difficult in parts. So, 2-Bar King did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, 2-Bar King. I appreciate that. All right. Pissing Demon resubbed for 20 months. Thank you very much, Pissing Demon, for the resub. I appreciate that. Vote Democrat did a 150-bit cheer. Excuse me, 151-bit cheer. And that actually makes him the top cheerer of the day. And he says, don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday you said tomorrow. Just do it. Do it. All right. Thank you, Vote Democrat. Let me get you up on the leaderboard as the top cheerer so far today. That is 151 bits. There we go. Spitzer cheered, and he says, fucking thugs on the floor. Thugs on the floor. Shoot them in the face because they're on the fucking floor. Also, I spawn and I fucking die. Cheers, mate. Alright, thank you very much, Spitzer. Kanji Monster cheered. He's like, are you going to be playing Persona 5 Royal or Persona 5 Scramble? Well, from what I understand, I think Persona 5 Scramble, isn't that just like a spin-off game that really is not a mainstream Persona game? I think that's the case. And if that is the case, then I'm not too interested in that. Alright, there's been many spin-off games to the Persona franchise, like the Dancing All Night games and stuff. I don't care about those, okay? I played the Persona fighting game. We saw how well that went years and years ago when I got copyright strikes for it. So, I'm not too interested in that. Now, Persona 5 Royal is essentially just the same game of Persona 5, re-released on the Switch with some new plot elements, one new character and some new missions and story added in. But it really isn't a new game. It's the same exact game with one new character and a little bit of extra stuff. Considering how long it took me to beat Persona 5, 2 years, because of the problems I had with Atlas, no, I'm not planning on playing Persona 5 Royal at all. I don't even want to go back and replay the game that soon anyway. There's many other RPGs that I could be giving attention to besides going back to Persona 5 again so soon. Maybe one day, but certainly not in the near future. So there's your answer. There you go. Saddam Hussein tipped me $2 and said something like really gross, I guess. I'm not going to say what he said. I'm also not going to put him up on the leaderboard because a fucking terrorist does not deserve to be up on my leaderboard. But thank you very much for the $2 tip regardless. The Dirty Alderman cheered, and he said, thank you for unbanning me. Don't worry about being rude to me. I can forgive you. Oh, don't worry, Alderman. You were rude to me far before I was rude to you. That's why you got treated rudely on the streams. So there you go. Arcade USA did a 300-bit cheer. And he said something that's very sad. I honestly don't believe this. Let me get Arcade USA up on the leaderboard first of all. Actually, if you remember correctly, he's pronounced his name Aircade USA. I apologize because I forgot about that. Okay. So here's what he says. I'm going to read it. Alright. And, I'm going to read it. And let's go ahead and see what he has to say. And then I will respond. But let's hear what he says at first. He says, it's very sad to me. It seems as though your supporters' contributions will never be enough. That you'll likely always need our help. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to people that want to see you succeed. Alright. So I have a few things to say to that. First of all, thank you for the 300-bit cheer because you're actually the biggest cheerer of the day. Alright. First of all, every streamer relies on contributions. So essentially what you're saying, oh, you'll always rely on your viewers. You're right. Every streamer does. Everyone who's a full-time streamer will always rely on their viewers. That's their main source of income. So essentially what you're saying here, you're absolutely correct. I don't think that's a negative thing. I've said this a million times. I believe that crowdfunding is the future, okay? That the model of being successful on YouTube is a model of the past. You know, when ad revenue was sky high on YouTube during those golden years of, say, 2011 through, like, 2014, 2015, and, you know, advertisers were paying through the nose the amount of money that they were paying for advertisements because they thought that YouTube was an effective advertisement medium, and people were making tons of money just running ads on their videos. Yeah, that was amazing, but that was a long time ago. And the fact of the matter is that since then, things have changed. Advertisers realize that YouTube is not an effective ad medium at all. That because of algorithms that automatically divvy out ads, that number one, ads are not effectively being placed on videos that are getting them the exposure they want for their money. And number two, the fact that their ads are going on videos of things that they totally don't support, like racism, terrorism, and stuff like that. Most advertisers have quit YouTube. All right. So even though back in the day, it was very nice to say, oh, I don't rely on anything from you guys besides your viewership. You know, I can't do that anymore. It's not about views anymore. It's about people actually stepping up and crowdfunding. That's the truth of the matter. And, you know, most people now who are successful as internet content creators, that's very much become the case. If you haven't noticed, people adopting things like Patreon, people selling merchandise, etc., etc. Okay? So just as a very objective observation of your statement, I don't think it's sad that you say that I rely on supporter contributions, because everyone does. Everyone who makes content on the internet is besides the ginormous YouTubers bringing in millions and millions of views a month, Everyone else is reliant on supporter contributions. So I don't think that's a sad thing. However, okay, however, I understand what you're saying. It seems like every month, people step up and support me, and they get me through another month, and then the next month, here we go again. You're right. But essentially, Arcade USA, as I've said, there's two things that I would like to happen, and I hope they do. The first is, over the course of this summer, there's a lot more games coming out than usual. I'm hoping people will start checking out my streams on the regular, and we'll get some more support. In fact, last year, this is exactly what happened. The summer actually ended up being a very good time for me stream-wise. I think because a lot of people weren't in school, and or they had a lot more free time during the summer to watch my stream content. They got to know me a little bit better as a person, and they enjoyed it. And the summertime was a great time for me last year. I'm hoping that's going to happen again this year. So far, the trend is a positive trend upward. It is. It's been a good trend. This June was a much better month on streams than it was in April or May, just being very honest. So things are looking good in that regard. Okay, that's number one. Number two, what I'm hoping for here is that within the next several years, I can get out of certain debts and financial obligations that are weighing me down right now. In fact, I could definitely tell you if I can survive 2 years from today, there's a few things that are going to not be financially obligated to me anymore. A few like loans and stuff that right now are really nagging me down with payments every month, excuse me. Those are going to go away. So that's a good thing. In addition, as I've explained, my long-term plan is that hopefully and eventually, all right, I can get out of certain financial obligations and or pay down certain financial obligations enough that I have some financial leeway. Once I do that, then what I can do is start to transition out of being a full-time streamer and maybe have a little bit more of a life to myself. Maybe I'll get a job offline outside of being a streamer and balance that with being a streamer, which I would be totally okay with. And that's kind of what I want to do in the long term. I just can't do it right now because right now I'm solely reliant on making enough money on streams to pay my bills. And if I don't stream full time, I can't do that. If I were to quit streaming right now to get another job, I wouldn't make enough money to pay my bills and it would be counterproductive. Okay? Just saying. So right now, being here as long as I can every day is the right thing to do. If I can last a few years and get down these debts and then maybe I can see to improve my position, that's a good thing. But I have to get there. And that's the thing. People tend to think, especially when it comes to content creation, and I'll be honest, the age range of the people who watch my content, they tend to think that everything's a quick solution. Everything's an instant change, a quick solution that can fix them. That's not the case at all. For 3 months now, I've been working behind the scenes to try to get a certain thing out of here, a certain obligation, so that things could be slightly better. I'm still working on that. These things take a million years to do. That's the truth. You see what I mean? Like, it's just a pain in the ass. And there's not much you can do about it. It's just something that's matter of fact. I have to, it's a thing that takes time. So, I have to basically stay where I am, work my butt off, make entertaining streams for you guys, rely on your crowdfunding support to keep stuff going in the short term, maybe a few years even, until I can maybe look to improve my financial situation, but we're not there yet. And even though I understand your frustration, Arcade, you know what I mean? That every single month, I have to bring up, man, it sucks. We're at the 2 weeks that are tight financially. I know, but that's just reality. That's just life. That's my life, and I have to live it that way. There's nothing I can do about it. That's the situation I'm in. Hopefully, long-term, things will get better, all right? So I hear you. You're absolutely right. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to the viewers. Everyone wants... I wish there was a magical solution, I do. I wish there was a magical solution to the problem. Maybe if I win the fucking lotto, there's just, how crazy can we be here? There is no magical overnight solution to this kind of stuff, So, it is what it is. I'm incredibly grateful for any support that I get, and we're just going to keep pushing forward positively. That's the best you can do, right? That's the best you can do. Okay. All right, shout out to Westside Rascal who did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Westside Rascal, for the cheer. I appreciate that. KFC breakfast cereal. That sounds absolutely disgusting. Let's see what he says here. I got to read what he says before I say anything. Let's see. Oh, yeah. This is definitely something I'm going to read on my stream. No, it's fucking not. No, it's not. That's stupid and disgusting, and I'm not saying that on stream. So, no. Next cheer comes in from the last Rambo 341. We did a 210-bit cheer. He says, "What do you think of the Conjuring universe?" I saw the Conjuring 1 and 2. I saw the very first Annabelle movie, and that's it. I didn't see The Nun. I didn't see Annabelle Origins, Annabelle Creation, Annabelle goes to the salon and gets fucking her nails painted. You know, Annabelle falls down a flight of stairs and ends up in traction for a week. You know, Annabelle takes a shit. I didn't see any of those movies. I think there's like 14 Annabelle movies or something like that by this point. I'll be honest, I liked The Conjuring 1 a ton. I thought it was a really good horror movie. I thought The Conjuring 2 was just okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. It kind of still was much better than most of the horror fare that we get these days. Okay, but at the very same time, at the very same time, you know, it wasn't, you know, it definitely was a downgrade, in my opinion, from the first movie. Annabelle was a stinking pile of donkey shit. I absolutely hated it. I thought it was terrible. I really did. Anyway, I really did. I thought that it was a terrible spin-off. And sorry, my phone is vibrating like crazy. I apologize, guys. Give me a second here. I hate when this happens. My phone's going nuts. That's why I lost my train of thought. We're going to talk about this in a moment. Sorry. Hold on a second. Oh my god. Is there anything? What is this? All right. I'm getting so... All right, let me delete all. Delete. Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. That really distracted me. My phone was going nuts. All right, we're good now. Sorry. Okay, getting back on track. The Conjuring 1, really great horror movie in my opinion, especially in modern times. It was much better than most other horror movies. Conjuring 2 was a step down. Still a good movie, but not as good as the first one. Annabelle was terrible. I thought Annabelle was really bad, and if you actually look into it, the makers of Annabelle, basically, it was not the same creative team who made The Conjuring, but it was instead a team that just wanted to kind of run with it and try to make a cheesy amount of money off of the name recognition of The Conjuring. I heard The Nun was really bad. I didn't see it. And I'm certainly, since Annabelle, the first Annabelle movie sucked, there was no way I was going to watch the next one. And then the next one. So... in my opinion, I wish they would continue with The Conjuring. I don't know what happened that now they've just made bad spin-off sequels instead of the mainstream movies that actually were the best part of the series, you know? So hopefully we will get another Conjuring movie eventually, but right now there's nothing, okay? All right, Hank has tipped me $10. He says, "I'm wondering how this game's going to pan out. Trailers are looking good, so hoping for a horror jewel." Yeah, I guess we'll see. I really don't know what to expect with this game. I'm in the same boat as you. I hope it's good, especially after the fact that we just had a really big dud with Layers of Fear 2. That game was such a dud by the end, right? So I guess we'll see. The Dirty Alderman did a 100-bit cheer. Let's see what he had to say. Dirty Alderman, please let's not get into an argument about this again. I agree with you that I do need to be open to criticism. At the same time, what you were doing was not really... It was borderline criticism. It was more, you know, I remember having a disagreement, you know, you were basically going off the deep end. And that's the thing. You were derailing the stream. And that's when things, you know, there's a difference between let's have a conversation with some criticism versus let's completely derail the content of a stream, which is what was going on. Okay. Well, I got a dollar tip from a troll. Just gonna ignore this. Just gonna ignore this. All right. Well, it's a dollar tip regardless. That'll count. Pyro Cynical cheered and asking personal questions that has none of his business, and I'm not gonna answer it. Last Rambo cheered. He says, "What about La Llorona? I've never heard about La Llorona. I don't even know what that is." Then Last Rambo cheered again. He said, "Conjuring 3 is coming out in 2020." All right. Well, there you go. Good. I would love the Conjuring 3. Okay. All right. So, guys, it looks like that is it. All right. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do shout-outs to the top cheers of the week, and then we're going to get started. Because I definitely want to give credit to the top cheers of the week because I haven't even done that really this week yet. All right. So, shout-out to the top 10 cheering contributors of the week. In 10th place, RP Blurred. In 9th place, Ivana Bendover. What a funny name. Number 8, My Main Man 45. Okay. Number 7, Infinite 55. Number 6, Nihilistic Goldfish. In 5th place, Wolf Hydra. In 4th place, Vote Democrat. 3rd place, Genetic Gamer. 2nd place, Magnus Flamebeard. And in 1st place, CZ Gaming 10. Thank you very much to everyone this week for your cheering contributions and support. Last Rambo had cheered again and said La Llorona or Llorona is pronounced La Llorona and is part of the Conjuring universe. I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it at all. Is that a movie that came out? Is that a movie that's coming out? Never heard of it. I'm not exactly in the know when it comes to this stuff anymore. Like I said, I don't really have time for movies, being quite honest here. I'm gonna look it up. La Llorona. The Curse of La Llorona. Oh, yeah? Wow. A 30% Rotten Tomatoes score. Apparently, the movie was really bad. I didn't even know that it had come out. I never even heard of this movie. It's a 2019 American supernatural horror film. It's a it's basically based on a Mexican legend. Interesting. A wailing woman whose needs in life makes her come after kids or some shit. Huh. The teaser trailer had come out October 18th, so I guess the movie came out early this year. Yeah, I guess it came out in May. Huh. Every Conjuring movie, universe movie ranked. I love this shit that you look when you look online. Every movie ranked. Oh my god, it's one of those terrible websites where every page is a different post. All right, I'm not going to read this. I'm closing it. I'm closing everything. All right. Anyway, I never heard of it. I didn't even know that movie existed. And I don't know how that ties to the Conjuring universe either. Pyro Cynical cheered, and he says, "Sorry for the cheers to people who are worried about you. I hope you're not mad today." I'm not mad. It's that you guys ask personal questions that I told you guys a million times I'm not going to talk about that stuff. You ask me questions about my wife and shit. I'm not answering this stuff. I've told you a million times that stuff's off limits. You still ask. Like you're hoping that I'll slip and I'll tell you something. No, not going to happen. Okay? Yes, I know Skyline says that's a tactic so you'll watch every ad on every page. I know. Those websites that actually rely on ad revenue. So it's like, oh, it's a top 20 countdown. Each page is one in the countdown, and each page loads 14,000 ads that pop up and shit, and they're all obtrusive. It's like, what the fuck is this? Okay. Heracles is the priest from that first Annabelle movie. Is in that one. He mentions the Conjuring characters at the end. Wow, what a tie-in. What a tie-in to the Conjuring universe. Anyway. Alright, so. Oh, hold on. I don't even know. Berna juice? $2 says, did you ever make Alfredo sauce? Nope, never. Never made an Alfredo sauce. Even though, you know, that is a traditional Italian sauce. No, my mom only gave me the knowledge to make red style sauce, you know, meat sauce. Although I could make it without meat. What I would have to do is make it without the pork fat and without meat in it. I would just do like probably an olive oil base and toss some veggies in it. I could probably make a good vegetable style marinara sauce too. But I've never done that. I've only done it with meat. So. All right. So that is it. Oh, wait, hold on. I got another cheer. Well, there you go. RP Blurred to the 300-bit cheers. A shout out to all the frogs. We get money. We're getting money. If you with you it, say ribbit. What? What is that? What? All right, anyway. That's enough of that. That's seriously enough of that. All right, guys. I think it's time to end the pre-stream. I think it's time to start with the Sinking City and see what the hell this game is, right? Just a reminder, if you guys really want to help me out today, the best way is to tip me, and it's going to be like this for the next several weeks until I get paid by Twitch in the middle of July. So please consider tipping me today if at all you want to help. It helps more than anything else right now. Thank you very much to anyone who contributes in any way. I'm not looking to give horse in the mouth. And by the way, I should say this. Yeah, that contributions are much appreciated, but not mandatory. I'm just happy to hang out with you guys on a daily basis and have fun with games. But, you know, let's face it. The contributions on streams keep the bills paid, keep the power on, keep the stuff going, right? All right. Let's end the stream. The pre-stream, that is. And let's get started, all right? Thank you, and let's begin.